Hey guys and welcome. Today we're going to be focusing on possibly the coolest area of Hogwarts Legacy, an area that is frowned upon within the wizarding world, but really cool when playing through the game, and that of course is dark magic. Dark magic in Hogwarts Legacy is so sick, however it doesn't come at the very start of the game. For example, Avada Kedavra, you unlock it to the tail end of the campaign story, and for me, minimum, it was around level 27. However, today I'll be showing you how to unlock the likes of Crucio, Imperio, and of course, Avada Kedavra. If you guys want to see an explanation of the storyline for Hogwarts Legacy in full complete walkthrough or a brief and detailed overview of the storyline, then I'll leave 2 videos on screen right now and in the link down below in the description if you wanted to go and check them out. Leave a like, so whatever you do going to enjoy, it's very much appreciated, and make sure you guys are subscribed as well for brand new content coming on this game, but loads of others coming out this year. It's going to be a very jam-packed year on the channel, and you're not going to want to miss it. So check the timestamps below and let's get into it. So unfortunately, the earliest level you're going to need to unlock this dark magic is level 16, and that's to unlock the first curse, Crucio. Within the story you meet a young lad called Sebastian Sallow, who would go on to be a pretty good and useful companion throughout the storyline. Sebastian wins over our trust by helping us into the forbidden section of the library, showing us the Undercove and introducing us to another member of the school, Ominous. Ominous is a blind student whose wand directs him around the castle, almost like he can see, and he's a descendant of Salazar Slytherin, however not in the way that you'd think. Salazar Slytherin's views were that Muggle-born witches and wizards were inferior to those of purebloods. He did not believe they served a place in Hogwarts, and would want Hogwarts to rid all of the Muggle-born witches and wizards, so they didn't tarnish his legacy. His family would follow the same opinion, even going to the extent of casting the Cruciatus curse on people for just some kind of fun and sick game. However, Ominous didn't believe in this take or view, and neither did one of his family members, Noctua Gaunt. This was one of Ominous's relations. I believe it was his grandmother or aunt, one of the two, and she also felt the same. They believed that the use of dark magic was terrible and would refuse to use it. When Ominous was a younger boy, he was instructed by his family to use the Cruciatus spell on a Muggle. However, he refused, and as punishment for this, his family used the Cruciatus spell on him. The pain was so torturous, he said, that it almost completely paralyzes you. However, Ominous mentioned to Sebastian about a scriptorium hidden away in Slytherin's end of the castle that belonged to Salazar Slytherin, and immediately Sebastian jumped onto this, hoping to find some type of way to cure his sister's curse and hopefully bring her back to Hogwarts. Ominous was very reluctant to enter, however, he was finally persuaded. Noctua Gaunt had also went into this chamber, as she believed that there must have been more to Salazar Slytherin's legacy that meets the eye. That younger Slytherin members shouldn't be required to conform to older traditions and make their own choices, like Ominous did in not using the dark magic. However, as we make our way inside, we see a series of journal entries and a pile of bones. This was unfortunately Ominous's relative, and she was stuck in this room and couldn't get out. It's in this section where we learn the Cruciatus curse. This would be the way that we open the door and go further into Salazar Slytherin's quarters. There are multiple options here as well, and obviously with it being dark magic, it's frowned upon within Hogwarts, so you do get the option to want to go ahead and learn it, or to not learn it, and have the other characters do the deeds to do it, or you can be hit with a Cruciatus curse and not learn it, or you can learn it and be hit with a Cruciatus curse by Sebastian. So there's a lot of different dialogue options here. I of course just went with the one where we learn it and we hit Sebastian with it, but you can choose what you want. But if you want to learn it, make sure you choose the right dialogue options. Fast forwarding slightly, the next one is the Imperio curse. This is one that again you must be level 17 in order to unlock, and this is again relating to Sebastian. Within Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium, there was a book of spells that was found that belonged to him, and this led us to a catacomb in pretty much the middle of nowhere. Sebastian believes that there's a relic from within the catacomb that might be able to help his sister relieve herself of this curse that she had, so we enter the catacomb, and here we're given the chance to be able to learn the Imperio spell. This is one of the best ones in the game, literally allowing you to cast it on any one given enemy, whether that's a troll or generally just a bit of cannon fodder. They will team with you for a short period of time and help you attack and take out the incoming enemies. It's a really, really good one, and pairing this with the likes of Avada Kedavra and also Crucio is very, very helpful. However, during this part of the story and the little side quest, we start to see the effects that these decisions are making and having on characters around us. Sebastian will do almost anything to save his sister, even if that means that the use of this relic could cause himself great harm, and seeing the distress that this put Ominous under, knowing now his past history with dark magic and his family as well, he was extremely disturbed by this. And then finally, a short time later, recommended level 28, so there's quite a big jump in terms of leveling and story progression when we actually learn the Avada Kedavra spell, and this is the big one. I cocked this up the first time I did it, so make sure you choose the correct option. This mission is the one that was the most unexpected. You meet Ominous and Anne outside of the catacomb. It will essentially say that Sebastian has gone inside with this artifact and he's learned how to use it, in turn controlling the enemies from within. So we enter the catacomb and walk straight in, and there we see Sebastian surrounded by these enemies, able to control them with the use of this relic. However, out of nowhere, Sebastian's uncle destroys it, and Sebastian is extremely angry by this, as this was the only way, potentially, that we could find out what was cursing Anne and remove it. And then we get into a boss fight. We get the better of Sebastian's uncle, and he's already pretty weak, but Sebastian decides to finish the job and does the unthinkable and kills him. As we chase Sebastian out of the cave though, you can then choose to learn this spell, and at this point you'll have all three of them. As I mentioned, it's very important to make sure that you learn and do this correctly. You have to say to him that everyone should know the spell, rather than no one should know the spell. If you say no one should know it, you won't be able to learn it again. But if you say everyone should know it, you then get a choice to kind of confirm your choice there, and then that's when you will learn it, and that's when you've got all three of the Dark Wizard spells. You also get a couple of options at the end of this as well. You can rather turn Ominous into the headmaster for killing his uncle and obviously his sister having no one now, or you can forgive him and let him live with the guilt of his sister Anne never going to forgive him for doing what he did. So all of his acts were for his sister, but doing what he did, he tarnished that relationship, even trying to do what was best for her. So he's going to live with that forever. But guys, that's going to do it for today's video. That is all of the 3 Dark Wizard curses that you can unlock through the storyline, and some of the dialogue options that you have there as well, and the short story that we found during this as well. It was interesting to listen to the backstory of Ominous. It was interesting to see how Sebastian developed as a character as well. And yeah, it's unfortunate how it ended up and how things ended. But hope you've enjoyed today's video, everyone. Leave a like if you have. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Very much appreciated if you could leave a like, subscribe to the channel as well. More content coming, and we'll see you all next time.